Dzień dobry, witam Państwa bardzo serdecznie. Nazywam się Jacek Pochłopień i zapraszam na rozmowę o cyberbezpieczeństwie w NATO. Cyberbezpieczeństwo ważny temat, a NATO otwiera właśnie nowy rozdział. And our special guest today is Gabriela Popescu from Microsoft. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm very fine. Thank you very much for inviting me. It's an honor for me to be with you today.
So, NATO enters a new phase. Mark Rutte, Prime Minister of the Netherlands, will become the new head of NATO. And I would like to talk about cybersecurity. What are the main cybersecurity threats for NATO? Are they serious?
Thank you for your question. So, we do believe in Microsoft that cybersecurity is a very important topic for NATO now. And it's something that we really hope that Mr. Rutte will keep his mind during his position there. And we wish him good luck in his new tenure. In Microsoft, what I would like to say is that in Microsoft, we do have a unique advantage point regarding the cybersecurity landscape because we do have the infrastructure, we have the possibility to really understand what is happening there. As an example, I would like to mention to you that every day we are analyzing more than 65 trillion security signals. So this is happening every day. And we do this with more than 8,500 specialists that are located across 77 countries, with more than 15,000 partners in our security ecosystem. And in the next 5 years, we will invest more than 20 billion in this area in cybersecurity. So we do have a competitive advantage in understanding what is happening there. And if we look at, based on this information that I've just provided, the resources that we have in the field, what we see today is that cybersecurity for NATO members is becoming continuously tested and with many threats for the nation state actors. If we look into the Microsoft Digital Defense Report, which is a public document, everyone can find it on the internet and read it. We see that there are three key trends that I would like to point out. First of all, we see that the threat actors from China to Russia and Iran are increasingly using new, diverse, and more sophisticated tactics. Second, we see a shift from the destructive operation to espionage operation. What does it mean? This means that with the espionage operation, these present longer term threats for the integrity of the government, for the private industry, and for the critical sector networks. The third trend that we see is that the threat actors are particularly targeting critical infrastructure, such as energy sector. So to summarize the first questions, cybersecurity, it's very, very important. And we really hope that NATO, with the new leadership that it has in this moment, will keep this in mind and focus on this in the next period.
So what should NATO's cybersecurity strategy be?
We are looking into this. This is part of what we are studying in Microsoft. And from our perspective, we believe that NATO plays a very, very strong leadership role to its member states. They are the one that can actually set the trends and the best practices. So they have a very important role in cybersecurity. In this regard, we believe that there are three very important elements that NATO should take into account in the next period of time. The first one, because you're talking about the sophistication that is coming in the threat activities, we believe that integrating the newest technology like artificial intelligence and cloud in their defense, it's a very important one. As we said, the cyber adversaries are increasingly using very complex methods, and then the defenders needs to have also the best defense possible. The second point that I would like to mention is to embrace resilience and interoperability. As we see the threat actors becoming more and more ambitious against their targets, NATO needs to convey to its members, needs to convey them the message that we have to be very well prepared and take seriously how to we are best ensuring that the critical industries remain resilient. And third, and not the least important, probably one of the most important elements, and I'm going to probably mention this more than once in our conversation later, it's to work alongside the private sector. Cooperation with the private sector is essential. We believe we have a lot to share that we can share with NATO, from best practices, observation on the threat actors, current insights, and the new technologies. And we strongly believe that having regular, open, and even formal disclosure with private sector is needed. I mentioned earlier the infrastructure that we have in Microsoft to look in what is happening in cybersecurity, which is one of the best in the world, and we are looking forward to collaboration, to being able to share from our experience with NATO.
And what should be NATO's priority actions in the cybersecurity area?
Thank you. I will go back to what I just said, collaboration, and I would like to build out on the last point that I made. This one, I know, as I mentioned, I'm mentioning more than once about collaboration with private sector. We know, I mean, it's NATO has proposed a NATO integrated cyber center, NICC, which should seek to create such the forum for this dialogue, the place where information can be shared, where cooperation between public and private sector should happen. We believe that this is the right forum where this should happen, and from our side, we fully support this move. This is an ideal step to increase the public-private partnership, and we really hope that this is going to be the place where we can share from our experience and have a strategic collaboration.
So, talking about collaboration, maybe there is anything you would like to add. How should civil-military cooperation look like, and how private sector should be involved in it?
I'm going to the last point that we've just made, the NICC, so the NATO Integrated Cyber Center. This is an example where NATO has been working to make this collaboration working. The format that was put behind the NICC of bringing together both private sector with NATO official, it is ideal from our perspective. It's the place, it's the format where the cooperation should happen and where the exchange of experience and information should take place. For us in Microsoft, it's not this type of engagement is important, but it's not just an engagement. We really think that strategic engagement with the tech industry is the gold standard, where we can meaningfully share insights and make this part of the process, and make this a permanent collaboration process, make this the way of working in the future, being able to work together, to share from the experience, to share the information that we are gathering for the benefit of everyone.
Gabriela, I've got one more question. You know, in Central and Eastern Europe, we are wondering about the future of transatlantic cooperation in NATO. How does it relate to the issue of ensuring cybersecurity?
This will be probably the third, if not the first time that I'm going to use the word partnership, collaboration. So I'm going back to what I have just mentioned in the discussion that we just had in the previous two questions. Partnership. Cybersecurity, it's a mutual responsibility, and we strongly believe that no actor alone can ensure cybersecurity. It has to be a cooperative effort. It has to be, it is an area where we have to come together with the information and with the expertise that we have to make sure that putting our efforts together, we achieve the best. In this regard, the transatlantic alignment is critical. So we make sure that on the both sides of the Atlantic, not only that we have the same minds on cybersecurity, but we are also able to enable, we will be able to enable, interoperability in the cyber defense. Collaboration, partnership, putting together our expertise for the benefit of all member states, that's the key that we believe we should discuss about.
Thank you very much. Gabriela Popescu from Microsoft was our special guest today. Thank you.
Thank you very much. As I've mentioned, thank you for the invitation. It has been an honor for me to be with you today.